In today's episode, we take a look at a 27-year-old boy doing everything right. Good job, paying bills on time, finally starting to get ahead. Then one night, the ambulance shows up. No warning, no choice. No time to think about whether he could afford it. 3 days in the hospital, 2 procedures, 1 surgery, and a bill that showed up 6 weeks later for $30,000. Here's what makes medical debt different from every other kind of debt. You didn't choose it. You didn't swipe a card. You didn't take out a loan. You just got sick. And the American healthcare system handed you the invoice anyway. But here's what the hospital will never tell you. That $30,000 number? It is almost never the final number. And if you know how to fight back, you can shrink it, sometimes dramatically. I've got Jasmine on the line, 27 years old, $30,000 in medical debt. No idea where to start. And we are figuring this out right now. Stay with me. I am not a financial advisor. Everything discussed on this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I break down real financial messes and show you the smartest next move. Always consult a licensed financial professional before making any major money decisions. Your situation is unique. Treat it that way. You're live with Mike. What's going on?
Hey, Mike. So, I'm kind of nervous because I've never talked to anyone about this out loud before. Not even my parents.
That's okay, Jasmine. This is a safe space. What's going on?
Okay, so 8 months ago, I had a really scary health episode. I collapsed at work. Turns out I had an undiagnosed heart condition. Nothing life-threatening long-term, but in the moment, it was terrifying. I was in the hospital for 3 days, had 2 procedures done, and when I got home and started to feel better, the bills started arriving.
How much are we talking total?
The hospital bill alone is $24,000. Then I got separate bills from the cardiologist, the anesthesiologist, and the surgical team. Those came to another $6,200. So all in, just over $30,000.
And insurance. Did you have coverage at the time?
I did, but it's a high deductible plan through my job. So insurance covered some of it. But my deductible is $4,500. And then I'm responsible for 20% of everything after that, up to my out-of-pocket maximum, which I hit. So technically insurance did kick in, but not before I was already on the hook for a huge chunk.
Okay, and right now, are you making any payments on this, or is it sitting there?
The hospital has me on a payment plan, $250 a month. But the other bills, the cardiologist and the rest, I haven't touched those yet. I got a letter last month saying one of them might go to collections.
Here is the first thing I want you to know. Medical debt is the most negotiable debt that exists in America. More than credit cards, more than personal loans, more than almost anything. You have more power in this situation than you realize. Let's talk about how to use it. Jasmine, before you pay another dollar, I need you to call every provider you owe money to and request an itemized bill. Not the summary, not the statement, the full itemized breakdown of every single charge.
What's the difference?
The summary just says hospital services, $24,000. The itemized bill tells you exactly what they charged for. Every medication, every procedure, every supply, every room charge, every hour of care. And Jasmine, medical billing errors are shockingly common. Studies have shown that a significant percentage of hospital bills contain errors. We're talking charges for procedures that never happened, duplicate charges, supplies billed at wildly inflated prices.
Wait, they can just charge for things that didn't happen?
It happens more than people realize. Not always intentionally. Medical billing is incredibly complex and errors slip through constantly. But you are the one who pays for those errors if you don't catch them. So step 1, get every itemized bill. Go through every line. If something looks wrong, unfamiliar, or inflated, flag it immediately and dispute it in writing.
Okay, I didn't even know I could ask for that.
Most people don't, and the hospitals are not going to volunteer it. You have to ask. Do it this week. Jasmine, that $24,000 hospital bill. What do you know about the hospital that treated you? Is it a nonprofit hospital?
I think so, actually. It has medical center in the name. Does that matter?
It matters enormously. Most hospitals in the United States, especially nonprofit ones, are required to have financial assistance programs. They're sometimes called charity care programs. And depending on your income, you could qualify for a significant reduction in your bill. Some people get 50% knocked off. Some people get the entire bill forgiven.
Are you serious? I had no idea that existed.
Almost nobody does. Here's what I want you to do. Call the hospital's billing department and ask 2 specific questions. 1. Do you have a financial assistance or charity care program? 2. What are the income requirements to qualify? At 27, depending on what you earn, there is a real chance you qualify for meaningful relief right there.
I make about $48,000 a year. Would that disqualify me?
Not necessarily. Many programs go up to 300% or even 400% of the federal poverty level, which at a single-person household could still include someone earning $48,000. You will not know until you apply. And even if you don't qualify for the full program, hospitals will often negotiate a reduced lump sum settlement, especially if you can offer some payment up front. They would rather get $12,000 today than chase $24,000 over 5 years.
So I can actually just call and negotiate?
You can, and you should. Go in with a specific number. Tell them what you can realistically afford. Be calm, be polite, be persistent, and get everything in writing before you pay a single dollar. Jasmine, you mentioned one of the smaller bills might be heading to collections. Which one is that and how much?
It's the anesthesiologist. $1,800. I just kept putting it off because the hospital bill felt so much bigger and more urgent.
I completely understand that logic. But Jasmine, that $1,800 going to collections could hurt your credit score more in the short term than the $24,000 sitting in a payment plan. A collections account on your credit report at 27 follows you for 7 years. It affects your ability to rent an apartment, get a car loan, eventually buy a house.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about it that way at all.
Most people don't until it's too late. Here's what I need you to do. Call that anesthesiologist's billing office this week, before it goes to collections. Explain your situation. Ask if they have a hardship program or if they'll accept a reduced settlement. $1,800 is a small enough number that many providers will take $900 to $1,200 as a full settlement, just to close the account and move on.
And if I can't even come up with $900 right now?
Then ask for a payment plan. Even $50 a month shows good faith, and most providers will hold off on collections if you're actively paying something. The worst thing you can do is ignore it. Communication is your biggest weapon here. Use it. Let's go back to that $250 a month payment plan you have with the hospital. Did they set that number, or did you?
They kind of just told me that's what it would be. I said okay because I didn't know I had a choice.
You always have a choice. Here is something most people don't realize. Hospitals almost never charge interest on internal payment plans, which means that $250 a month plan is actually not the worst situation in the world. But the question I have for you is, can you actually afford $250 a month comfortably right now?
Honestly, barely. After rent, my car, groceries, and student loans, I have maybe $400 left over each month. So $250 is more than half of that.
Then call them and renegotiate. Tell them your full financial picture. Ask if they can bring it down to $100 or $150 a month. Most hospitals would rather keep you on a lower sustainable payment than have you default entirely. And Jasmine, if you successfully negotiate the total bill down through the charity care program or a settlement, That payment plan number changes completely anyway.
So the negotiation on the total amount and the payment plan are two separate conversations?
Exactly. First, you fight to reduce the total. Then you set up a payment structure on whatever reduced amount remains. Always in that order. Jasmine, I want to zoom up for a second. You're 27. You're dealing with $30,000 in medical debt that you did not choose. But I don't want this debt to become the reason you put your entire financial life on hold for the next 5 years. So let's talk about what you protect while you're paying this down.
What do you mean by protect?
I mean, does your employer offer a 401k with a match?
Yes, they match up to 3%, and I'm currently contributing 3% to get the full match.
Do not touch that. Do not reduce it. Do not stop it. That employer match is a 100% instant return on your money. No debt interest rate in the world beats that. Keep it running no matter what.
Okay, good, because I was actually thinking about pausing it to free up cash.
I'm glad you called before you did that. Second, do you have any emergency fund at all right now?
About $800.
Your goal while managing this debt is to get that to at least $2,000 to $3,000. I know that sounds counterintuitive. Why save when you have debt? But Jasmine, you just learned the hard way what happens when life hits you with no financial cushion. We cannot let the next unexpected expense send you deeper into debt while you're trying to climb out of this one. Build the cushion alongside the paydown. Even $100 a month into a high-yield savings account while you attack the medical bills.
So it's not either or, it's both at the same time.
It's both at the same time. Medical debt, especially non-profit hospital debt, very rarely accrues interest the way credit cards do, which gives you a little more flexibility in how aggressively you attack it versus building your safety net. Use that flexibility wisely.
Mike, I came into this call feeling like I had done something wrong. Like I had made some terrible financial mistake. But I just got sick. That's it. I just got sick.
That's it. That's the whole story.
And the fact that I can call the hospital and negotiate, that I can apply for financial assistance, that the $30,000 might not even be the real number I'm dealing with. Nobody told me any of this. Not the hospital, not my insurance company, nobody.
They're not going to tell you. That's why you have to know to ask.
I'm calling the hospital billing department first thing tomorrow morning, and the anesthesiologist. And I'm requesting every itemized bill. I actually feel like I have a fighting chance now.
You don't just have a fighting chance, Jasmine. You have a plan. Go use it. We're rooting for you. Jasmine's situation is happening to millions of Americans right now. Medical debt is the #1 cause of bankruptcy in this country. And the cruelest part? Most of the people carrying it didn't make a single bad financial decision. They just got sick. They just had an accident. They just needed help. And then the bill arrived. Here's what I need you to take away from today. Medical debt is negotiable. Hospitals have assistance programs they will not advertise. Billing errors are common and catchable. And the number on that first statement is almost never the number you actually have to pay, if you know how to push back. You have more power than they want you to know about. Use it. If you are sitting on medical debt right now, any amount, drop it in the comments. The balance, the situation, whatever you're comfortable sharing. You are not alone in this, and you are not out of options. No judgment, just real talk and real solutions. I'm Mike. We'll talk soon.